Hello, everybody. Welcome to Have At It, episode 22. My name is Ben Cornett. Tonight, um, it's been a long week for me. A lot of stuff going on, especially a long day today. Um, some personal issues. I'm not going to put them on the air. I don't want to bore you with those. So, we're just going to do something random. And I thought the first thing we might do, it's been requested by people I've known for a while that I did a live video one time when I was, let's put it this way, knocking a few down. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, just for you guys, cheers. Yes, everybody, I am having a beer on the air right now. It is almost after hours, so why don't we just, you guys at home, if you guys drink, even if you don't drink alcohol, open a beverage, enjoy it. The weekend's here, and let's just dive right into it for Have At It, episode 22. Like I said before, I did not um, post up any specific topics for the week. Like I said, it's been really hectic. So, whatever you guys want to talk about, let's do it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the playoffs. Let's talk about, excuse me, let's talk about beers. Let's talk about how I paid a lot of money to eat at Arby's tonight, by the way. They're expensive as shit. Well, everything's expensive, these days, but remember at Arby's, you can get like the Big Montana? I miss those. That was my go to, by the way. Oh, and another thing I got to tell you they don't sell potato cakes anymore. Dude, that was like, come on, man. You took away my Big Montana several years ago. Now you're taking away the potato cakes? Dude, that was like the staple at Arby's, man. I would drown those things in Arby's sauce. And now you take that away? I mean, what's next? The curly fries? Like, come on, guys. I get it. We got inflation, but dude, come on. I mean, not the potato cakes, man. Okay, you take the Big Montana away, but not the potato cakes. I don't know. Let me bring in somebody who can. We'll see if he agrees with me. My co-host on the NFL edition and other random shows himself, Mr. Johnny Dean. Johnny, how you doing tonight?
How's it going, man?
Oh, I'm a little pissed off. I went to
Been a
Arby's
rough
tonight.
day, dude.
It has been. I went to Arby's. They took away the potato cakes. They no longer sell them. That was like a staple of that place, and yeah, you know, just uncool,
I've
man.
never been big on French fries and potatoes, so I
Really?
don't order. I don't order McDonald's fries and shit like that when I order. I just get the sandwiches and shit, man, and the drinks. That's
Oh,
it. So
yeah. Well, the
give me the
McDonald's
meat.
fries. Yeah. Well, the fries are disgustingly good at McDonald's. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. But anyway, yeah, Johnny, I know you said it was a rough day today, and before we get into the shits and giggles, why don't we pay tribute to who I would consider, I think you would consider an icon, not only in football but in pop culture as well. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
his
glad you specified that because he was
yeah,
just he was a great man, and if there's a Mount Rushmore, he needs to be at the very pinnacle of it. I
yeah.
mean,
I
no,
mean,
just
think
for
about this,
and amazingly, the guy people don't understand. Every year he played football, he was a Pro Bowler, three-time All American. He's the guy averaged 100 yards per game. Who
right?
does that? Who does that, man? Nobody.
Nobody else. Nobody else. And you know, Johnny, I gotta say too, and I say pop culture because after his football career, which only lasted 9 seasons,
I loved his
surprisingly,
movies. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get you, sucker. The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Magnificent Seven.
Magnificent Seven, yeah, and then
The war, the one in the war. What was that? That war movie. It was a big one. The
oh,
Dirty
okay,
Dozen. The Dirty Dozen.
there you go.
Yeah.
Mars Attacks, more current stuff.
Yeah.
Gets comedy, which was he was good. He was
And
surprisingly
not
good.
only that, the man
Mm.
brought the Bloods and the Crips into his home and made a
Yes,
truce
that was
into his
original.
home.
Yeah, original
That's
Gangsters back in '96. Yeah, that was a great movie. Very underrated. I mean, he also, in more serious stuff, created what's called the Cleveland Summit with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Russell.
yeah,
Started a civil rights movement.
yeah,
Very active in that. And he also started out what was called a Black Economic Union, which helped minority businesses grow. Put them more in the
yeah.
spotlight, and so there's just things that he did that not just football, but outside of it as well. That, like you said, should be on a Mount Rushmore. And
Yeah.
that's
A pinnacle too. I mean,
yeah,
uh, in sports, he already is a Hall of Famer. We know that he's the biggest. But if you made a Mount Rushmore, I would put him above Brady or anybody else, dude, just because of the man he was. You know what I mean? I like Brady. I love Brady for sports and stuff like that. But Jim, he exceeded sports. He exceeded what most humans do in their lives, man. I mean,
absolutely. Yeah, it's incredible, Johnny, and that's a very good point. Like he was just like a beacon of hope for
yeah,
athletes that can transition into film or other entertainment avenues. He was the
exactly.
trailblazer for that. So yeah, he's going to be missed. He's 87 years old, just a legend. And yeah, so cheers to him.
I got
Great
something
life.
for one of the audience there. There you go. Feel better, Scott?
Uh-oh. Is he lurking around? Yeah.
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 Good evening, Nathan. Nice to see you around, bud.
Nathan, good evening. Thank you for tuning in. Good stuff, by the way, on the WNBA inaugural, I'm sorry, the regular season beginning tonight. Nathan's doing a really good job, guys. Follow him. I put him on the Ben Zone. Does some great stuff, man. So I got to get him on the show sometime. We got to do something together. So
I want to talk some Towson football with him, man.
yeah.
One of the few people I know that know who Towson really is. So awesome
there
guy.
you go. Yes, Baltimore area. Well, it is. And Nathan, yes, no problem, man. Anytime. Appreciate that. Yep, absolutely. Well, Johnny, I said earlier when I opened the show, tough week. I had a lot of stuff going on, personal shenanigans, but I thought I didn't have a topic. Let's just throw it up in there. Sometimes when you don't have anything that you post up, it's always usually the better shows. So
yeah,
let's just shit and giggle it. So
I'm glad to see a drunk band. Well, you're not drunk yet, man.
I'm not drunk yet, but
okay.
Give it time. We might work on that. You might get lucky. And I don't mean that in a weird way. I mean from a visual way.
That sounded wrong. That was wrong.
Very wrong, sir. Very wrong, sir. Oh man. Yeah.
I wanted to get your thoughts on what, because you got Vegas as a hockey team, right? On what Andrew and Alex were talking about earlier with the Coyotes. What would be a good landing spot to you for them? I like the Orlando thing. I thought Christopher Cole brought that up. Orlando would be a good spot for them. Atlanta, because all right, Atlanta is an international hub. A lot of people don't understand how big Atlanta really is, but that is an international hub city in the United States. We've got the largest airport in the United States. I think that would be a great spot for them too.
I think it's Hatfield Airport down in Atlanta, right? Hatfield.
Yeah. You said something about, you're not the one that brought up Salt Lake, are you?
I did.
Did you? Come on, man.
No,
The,
I did.
the
Look, Johnny, that's
Deep
been
Throat
talked about.
University.
Okay, well, let's overlook that for a moment here. I get it. There's a lot of it's a little weird
I
down in
lived in
Utah.
Salt Lake, man. I don't appreciate those people at all.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
mean, it is weird. It is weird.
They
No doubt.
are as
Like,
racist as they come, dude.
gotcha.
And I'm sorry, I don't want to talk politics on your show and stuff, but
No, it's
it's
all right.
just that environment that I can't. It would if they was a hockey team there, any team. It's just it's to me it's hypocritical because it's against everything they want. All right, they preach non-fighting and all that stuff, but what's a hockey game? You know what I mean?
Well, listen, the reason I bring up Salt Lake City, Johnny, is because the NBA, their owner, wants to bring a team there.
Yeah,
Hockey's, winter. It's
I
winter
get it.
about
I get it.
yeah,
Business overrules faction
yeah,
sometimes, and it might be a
true.
good thing for them. It might open their minds a little bit too. You know?
Yeah, absolutely, and also the fact that they get a lot of winter weather there, like 6 months out of the year. So it's they had the Winter
Yeah.
Olympics, that whole debacle thing in
Yeah.
'02, trying to bring that back in 2030 something. So they want hockey there. So I can see that being a realistic spot. Now you said Atlanta, right? And I agree with you on that. Except I think they're going to wait till like expansion teams. They don't want to put a team in Atlanta yet. They want to do
A
it for like as
relocated team, yeah. That
yeah.
it'd be nice for Atlanta to have their own team. I wouldn't mind it.
They did before. It was
I know, but that fell apart.
yeah, yeah. Houston's another spot they've been talking about. Fourth largest city in the country, actually. So Kansas City, like you said, was brought up. Quebec
But
City was
wouldn't the Coyotes moving to Atlanta be kind of like putting an expansion team there because they don't have a big following anyway? I mean, they got a below average following, I would say. So
they've been
Atlanta
yeah.
could build up their own image and stuff,
Yeah, but Arizona's kind of it's been like 24, 25 years they've been in the league now. So they came from Winnipeg in the mid 90s.
Yeah,
They were the Winnipeg Jets, and then they came to
yeah.
Arizona. So it really wouldn't be like their own team because you're technically taking another team, calling it your own, etc. So
I look
yeah,
at it like the Ravens from the Browns, moving the Browns to Baltimore. That changed their entire image and stuff. I think the Coyotes could do that too.
they can, but right now the product on the ice isn't very good, obviously, because they haven't been winning much. So it'd be interesting to see where they go. Now, right now, they're going to be next year playing in University of Arizona State, so playing in a 5,000 seat arena. I mean, and after that, I think they're going to explore options. I think at this point, it's probably going to be a relocation. It's just when and where at this point, because the city of Tempe earlier in the week voted against it, against building a new $2.3 billion entertainment center in the area. So that was kind of like almost like the nail in the coffin, I guess you could say. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. We'll monitor that situation. I agree with Scott for once.
I've always agreed with that, but then that's not going to
Yeah.
happen, man. I
No,
don't
but they need a
not.
team.
They'd
They
have to
need a
get a
team.
new ownership.
And they need their own team. I think
Yeah.
it can thrive there. Look at the Battlehawks this season.
Yeah, they're a football hungry. That town is a football hungry town, man. They deserve an NFL team. They don't deserve an owner like they had. That guy is
Stan
what's his name,
Kroenke, yeah,
Cronky or whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
he's horrible, dude.
Well, because he got influenced by Jerry Jones to move the team to LA. So
Well, he always wanted to go to LA anyway, even before Jones, man. He didn't like being in the Midwest.
Yeah, but what a town that is. They
It is.
supported that team.
Yep.
So it's a shame that the way it ended.
Now you look at their attendance, and it's even after winning a Super Bowl, it's garbage. Compared to other teams that's won Super Bowls.
There's more visiting fans.
Yeah,
than,
there's more Charger fans in that stadium than there are Rams fans.
Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous. So yeah, no, well put, Scott. I mean we all agree there. I don't know, man. What else is going on in the world of Johnny Dean?
You don't want to hear all that. You heard what happened last night at the end of the show. Yeah, that's got
Okay.
pretty
Well, we're not
bad.
gonna. Okay. No, but positive vibes out to you and your family. So keeping you in mind. I'm watching. We got the NBA on. Got hockey on as well tonight. Game two
Oh,
between the Heat and Celtics. Miami's up by 2 right now. So the about 20 seconds to go in the game.
come on,
And then,
Celtics.
yeah, we want that Lakers Celtics rematch in
Yes.
the finals. It's not
Yep.
looking good right now for the Lakers. Aren't holding up their end because they're down 0-2.
Are they?
As I,
Yeah.
yep, yeah, yeah. Well, you know who owns the Denver Nuggets? Stan Kroenke.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Yeah, so he owns the Denver Nuggets. Go figure. Yeah.
When's he going to move them to LA?
Well, there's 2 LA teams right now. I don't think they'd take a third team.
Well, maybe he'll move them out to what's the
Put
name?
them in
Claire? No, where the damn 49ers are at.
Santa Clara.
Santa Clara, that's it. Santa Clara. Maybe they'll move them out to Santa Clara.
I was thinking of Anaheim or San Fernando Valley or something. Uh-oh.
Hold on just a second. I get it.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, little Rams talk there. Scott Taylor has another comment. He says, "How about the 16-year-old girl who won the pickleball championship?" Oh, I didn't even know that. That's cool. That's really cool, Scott. I'll have to check that one out. Yeah. Right now we got Miami's up by 4 on Boston right now. It is about 21.6 seconds to go. Jason Tatum's going to the line to shoot 2 shots. Man, if Miami wins this game, boy, this is going to be tough for the Celtics to come back down 0-2. I got to say, Miami's, they've been outplaying the Celtics in this series. And Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, this is a team that, had expectations to go back to the finals and win the NBA finals, but Miami's having a lot of say-so, in that right now. But Tatum's at the line. Give you a little update. Yep, and now it's back to a 2-point lead for the Heat. Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. Right now, I'm going to check on the Golden Knights. They're up 3-2 on the Dallas Stars. About halfway through the third period. Last night we I'll put myself on solo there. Last night we had a 4 overtime game in hockey. Florida Panthers beat the Carolina Panthers 3-2. They scored the goal with about a minute to go in the 4th overtime. Had they not scored that goal, it would have went to a 5th overtime, and who knows how much longer that would be. My thoughts on that would, that's a lot of hockey right now. That's like 2 games. That's 2 games, technically, that both teams played last night. And I got to tell you, man, that is tough on these teams, on these players. We'll see how he looks tomorrow night. They're going to need a lot of rest. I picked Carolina to win that series, but Florida's been strong throughout. They've been the underdog, kind of like Miami, the Miami Heat as well. They've been the underdog in the postseason. They're an 8th seed. Same thing with the Florida Panthers. Yeah, so it would be interesting to see if Miami and the Florida Panthers get to the to their finals. Miami getting to the NBA finals, Florida Panthers getting to the Stanley Cup finals. Yeah, so let me bring it back in here. There he is.
I just got an update, dude, that I didn't know about the Bucks, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a trademark battle between the Bucks and New Orleans right now.
For what?
The Buccaneers have taken legal action to block a trademark filed by the Saints for the Saints cheer crew, spelled with a K.
Okay.
But the Bucs claimed that they were the first to use the term crew. Now, bad news for the Bucks is if you look up the term crew in a dictionary, it refers to a float used in a Mardi Gras.
Oh,
So the Bucks might get beat by the Saints in off season.
that's depressing.
That is very depressing, isn't it?
Well, okay, so I hear what you're saying, and there's a lot of truth to that. I mean, the lawyers for like the New Orleans Saints got a good case. They can make a good case for that. But
Yep.
I mean, but if the Bucks use that name,
it comes down to trademark. Has that been trademarked before?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and has it? Do the Bucks have the trademark right now?
I have no idea. That was all the information that was sent out. So,
well, that is a very interesting. It's a good topic to talk about. I mean, business law, how that works. Trademarks and rights to that.
now that's a real rivalry when you start looking into
right
things like that, man.
Let's see. They swept us last year. Let's get a head start now. Let's get them in court. I mean, the Glazers have so many millions.
It's going to be this will be a fun court case to watch. It'll just be fun.
Oh man!
It also add to that rivalry too, so that even makes it better.
Real quick, the Miami Heat come back to beat the Boston Celtics tonight, 111.
Oh God! Damn.
Yeah. So now it's Miami up 2-0 on the Celtics, headed back to South Beach.
So both Lakers and Celtics are down 2-0. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, our dream of a Lakers Celtics rematch in the finals. Not looking good right now, Johnny. Not looking good.
I've been dreaming of that for years, man.
Mm-hmm. Now, it most recently happened in 2010. The Lakers beat the Celtics in the 2010 NBA Finals. So it didn't happen too long ago, about 13 years ago. So,
that's a decade, more than a decade. So that's quite a while back. There's people today that weren't even watching TV back then. So,
like our good friend Alex Loosemore.
I wasn't going to mention names.
Shout out to Alex Loosemore, by the way. Him and Andrew Faubert, North Sports Dynasty. Great show.
Good show tonight, man. That was a great show tonight.
Him and Kyle Yacy in the house. So, yeah, and that was where we got a lot of the Arizona Coyote talk, because that was big importance today or this week, obviously. What else can we dive into? I liked how you threw in that trademark thing. That was pretty unique.
That was funny. I just got that too. So,
yeah. Oh man. Well, we're almost. We got to talk about the 100th episode coming up next Thursday night. This is a big night.
I'm going to try to get old film clips from our earlier shows and stuff, and do a little a blend there, and then I expect to have a pretty big show that night. I've already messaged a few people, so
there you go.
Some people from the past, some people from present,
we'll keep those
from the future.
Yeah. Oh, the future, nice.
Yeah.
All right, there, Doc Brown. Yeah.
Back to the future,
buddy. Yeah, we'll keep those surprises hidden until game night or show night.
Yep, you'll have to watch, man.
And,
Thursday I don't know if we're going to start the show at 9 on Thursday or not, because it's supposed to be a big show, and I don't want it to go into the AM hours. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I will try my best to get off work as soon as I can. Jump home.
I know you'll show up.
I'll show up. Yeah, eventually. Yeah. You know me. I have to make that grand entrance, sneak in there, and there's Ben. Right. Finally. Let's see. Anna Lee Waters, the pickleball champion. Yeah, Scott mentioned that earlier. 16-year-old Anna Lee Waters.
Yeah.
Won the pickleball champion.
Who's the Facebook user? Do you agree or disagree with the pundits who are predicting Bucks will be last place? I've got us third place in the division, but I have I hope for better.
Oh, this is Jim Melvin. Jim Melvin's in the house.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yes. Go ahead, Johnny.
Yeah, we still have a very solid friggin' team. It's the only question mark is what the quarterbacks are going to do. And if Baker Mayfield's the best we got, then I don't see us really going too far unless Baker's really developed with the team. I don't know how much development he has left in him. You know what I mean?
Well, I think
But
you're gonna get what you've seen in the last few years.
and
Just
Canales
put
is
it that
still a question mark, even though I have a lot of hope for him. You know,
way. Mhm.
we don't really know what his scheme's going to look like. We imagine what it's going to look like, but we don't know. So I have to base it on that, man. I like our trenches. I'm happy with our trenches, man. I really am. We've got depth now. I,
Yes.
I'm
Amen. Amen to
extremely
that.
happy with the trenches, man.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
the skill positions are okay. We have the ability to be a 12-win team, but can we put that together? I think there's a lot of question marks about coaching. I think there's a lot of question marks about the OC right now. We don't know. The quarterback, we don't know. And that's really the 3 points that are holding us back right now. We got to find out. So, yeah, I can see us being in third place team or first place team.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of possibilities, Johnny, because again, this is a division where there's really no standout. You can't say, oh, this is the team right here. This is the team to beat in this division because again, Carolina, their number one draft pick, the first year coach Frank Reich. Atlanta, they drafted Bijan Robinson, which is a great draft pick. I mean, that's a home run hit right there.
Yeah, I
So
see. Like I've said before, I see Atlanta being the Titans of the NFC South, man. That running
yeah,
game, and Arthur Smith is a great running game specialist. You know,
well, Arthur Smith came from Tennessee, right?
yeah.
So
So
yeah, it
I can
makes a lot of
see I
sense.
can see them being a really hard out right there, man.
Yeah, and again, they got to stay healthy as well. They improved a little bit in the draft defensively, which they need. They're getting beat, in the secondary last year, so they drafted some guys out of there. And that should have.
Yep.
The question is going to be like the Bucks. Who's the quarterback? Is it Desmond Ritter? I mean, do they have a lot of faith in him? I mean,
I don't really under Arthur Smith. Look what he did with Ryan Tannehill, man. Come on, I don't see it being that important on
yeah,
based on the scheme. You know,
right,
as long as you
right,
don't go out there and give away a game, then just manage it, control the situation, and hand the ball off. And my God, they got Patterson that can play a Debo Samuel's role. You got
right.
Robinson and what was his name? The guy who led the league, led their team last year in running. He was like fourth in the league. He's got that weird name, man. I can't remember it.
Okay, I'll have to research that. But yeah,
But they got a
if anybody,
three-headed beast at running back, dude. You can't. It's going to be hard. They're going to be a hard out, and I think that's exactly why we toughened up our interior line this year, or interior defensive line this year. It was because of that.
right. Then you got New Orleans, who they got Derek Carr, they got Chris Olave. They don't have
Yep.
no Alvin Kamara because he's suspended. Will be suspended, I should say.
Did they
They
do
did lose.
anything to replace him? I can't remember what they did in the draft actually, because I hate the Saints and I don't watch their shit.
Well, they got a defensive lineman, Brian Brisset, out of
Per se,
Clemson in the first round. That's a solid pick. You're
yeah.
gonna have to. You got to replace Davenport, right? I think he left. So, you know, um, the secondary is still questionable. That's why we got, Evans and Godwin. I think Lattimore's he's out of the South, right? No,
I think
did
he
he leave?
is, isn't he?
I thought
I
he
have to look
left.
that
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Well, let me look it up right now. See.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is.
Um,
And Lattimore's the only defensive back they had that got in our heads, man. Really.
yeah.
But even
You know
then,
what?
even then, Mike Evans has in the last couple of seasons has gotten the better of Lattimore too. So
Hey, check this out. We got a surprise visitor, Mr. Johnny Dean.
who we got coming? Mr. Scott Thaller, look at that.
Was that what is that? Your high school graduation ring or what?
No, that's my Super Bowl ring.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. Oh, congratulations. Were you the cowboy on that team or? Well, hey, you got a Super Bowl ring. Nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah.
Scott, thank you for making your debut here on Have at It.
Two
right
Super
here. How
Bowl
you doing
rings.
tonight?
Got the 34 and the 56.
34 and 50. Okay. How you doing tonight, Scott?
I'm doing fine, but I'm hearing an echo for some reason.
You probably
Is
got
it me
your.
or is that you, buddy?
Did you turn your sound off on the on wherever you were watching the show?
I'm
You gotta
trying to
turn
figure
it-
that out right now.
Yeah, you got to turn
Okay.
the sound off on your where you were watching at. And when you come on here, you'll get that double feedback.
Yeah.
Well, look at
Anyway.
you, Ben. I've been trying to get him on a show for like a year now. No, not that long.
Yeah,
but
I had to pick
quite
up
a
your
while.
slack there. Yeah, like always me coming through. So
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Ben, not bad for 68, huh?
Not at all, man. Look at you, man. Dude, what's the secret?
Sun's
What's
out.
the secret?
Sun's out.
Guns out.
Years and years of exercise.
Good job. Good job, man. These are years and years of exercise too. Arm lifts. See, look.
I gotta give Scott credit, man. He was a mailman all his life. That's a hell of a job, dude.
Yeah, man. That absolutely. Those guys, I don't think get enough respect. Oh man, still with us
Who
there,
would I-
Mr. Taylor?
Yeah,
Who
I'm
would you
washed up.
Okay. Jim
Jim.
Melvin's got a comment. Who would you guys say is the best player on the Bucks right now? I'd say Mike
Levante
Evans.
David, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Vita Vey, Jamal Dean, and what's his name? The other cornerback,
Oh, Carlton Davis.
Carlton Davis. And you got to look at Ryan Jensen. And
Mhm.
right now, I put Cody Mock right there with Ryan Jensen. That I don't know. You take your choice out of those guys.
Well, he's not played one NFL game. And you're
Yeah,
always
yeah,
that confident.
I'm
huh? Okay.
I'm
No, that's
confident.
fair.
in him,
I mean, okay, no, fair. Scott, you're a Rams fan, so let's talk about him. You were on watching it last night. We were predicting. I don't think you agreed with most of us, but what is your?
yeah. I know
on
he
the
didn't
Rams
agree with me because I was taking him down.
What do you think this year, Scott? How are the Rams going to look? Can they bounce back?
I think they'll probably be about 7 and 10.
Okay, that's what I kind of had him as. Yeah, in our predictions last night.
Honestly, I could probably agree with that too.
It may be better if everybody starts tanking at the end for the draft.
No, stay away from Drake May.
Yeah, we won
You
him.
can have Caleb. I don't care. You can take Caleb. I want Drake May. I think Drake May's better.
Yeah.
I mean, he's young and he has a lot of development ahead of him too. So,
Yeah.
I like what he has right now. I mean, look what he did last year, man, dude.
Well, North Carolina, yeah. I mean, they kind of struggled at the end, but like
Yeah,
before
but
that,
his
they were
personal stats were better than anybody that was drafted this year at quarterback.
Yeah.
That's a lot, right? That's saying a lot, man.
Yeah. Scott, I got to tell you, I think the schedule kind of favors you, actually. I mean, you're going to play Green Bay. They're rebuilding. Trying to think, who do you guys – you got the NFC North, which, Minnesota's a question mark. Detroit will be tough. Chicago might be tough as well. So, then you got Arizona. I think they're going to be a 2-3 win team. I'm sorry.
I had you guys sweeping Arizona, I think.
Yeah. So there is some upside.
But then you have
Scott,
to face your own worst enemy, and that's the 49ers, and you don't play them very well at all during the season.
yeah,
Seattle's a hard out, man. That you might split with them if you're playing well, but you're going to have to
right.
be playing well. I mean, they added to their firepower too, man. So
Yep.
it's going to be a rough season for everybody, Bucks fans and Rams fans. It's going to be a rough season.
Yeah. Oh man. So what else do you have in mind with the Rams, Scott? What are your other thoughts? I mean, is there a player or a game specific part of the schedule you're looking forward to this year?
Beating the Cardinals twice, splitting with Seattle and San Francisco.
Make it 3-3. That's pretty damn good in that division. That's pretty good. 3-3, respectable.
But
I
I'm
think I
just
had.
kind of worried because I think the first 3 games of the season is possible 3 losses.
Yeah, I could see that. Well, let's take a look at what those games. I forget what they were. The first you open up with who you open
Seattle.
up with.
He's
Seattle.
being reasonable with
It's
that.
Seattle.
I can agree with him there.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. Not easy going on the road like that. Then you open up. I think it's the Niners, right? You open up your home schedule with the Niners.
I can't remember.
Oh, that's a loss.
Let's
Not
see.
necessarily. Depends on how Cooper Kupp and Stafford and Aaron Donald.
I don't think it matters, man.
The
The
guys
Niners
on the
beat you with them guys healthy. So, but the Niners, that defense
back
is the
in
best
90 had
defense
beaten
in
us
the
17 in a
NFL.
row.
What's that, Scott?
Back in 99, the Niners had beaten us 17 games in a row, and then we came back and beat them.
Any given Sunday, I agree. That's a
Yeah,
possibility, but
absolutely. And you open right away, Scott, with 2 NFC West games. You got 2 division games to open the season up. So
those are
that
going to be
that
rough.
could go feast or famine. It's tough, but and then after that you got to go to Cincinnati. It's not easy. Monday night game. But Scott, I got to tell you, man, after your first 5 games, 'cause you got a little bit of a rough schedule. First 5 games, you got to play Philly in that stretch. But looking at these games, I mean, you got Arizona, Cleveland, Washington. There's some wins there I can see. I mean, you can split with Seattle. I mean, I think you're going to get off to a rough start, but as I mentioned last night, you guys are going to finish kind of strong in that middle part of the season. You're going to get stronger and stronger, and then stay afloat in the wild card race. Because again, the NFC, other than Philly and San Fran, there's no real and maybe Detroit, I don't know, but there's no fourth or fifth, anybody from after the 1, 2, 3 have a chance. Would you agree with that, Scott?
Yeah, I apologize. I'm kind of looking like Alex Schomburg, just sitting here, but I took my medicine about a half hour ago, so I'm about ready to go.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, let us know, man. We won't keep you too long, but I appreciate you coming on, man. This is cool. Let's answer the question. Oh, go ahead.
I saw the SteamYard come on, and I pressed the button, and the next thing I know, I was on.
Well, that was the beer doing that. No, but I just wanted to see if anybody else would like to join us tonight. Every once in a while, I like to have fan interaction. I think it's cool. I think it helps the show out. Broadens it up a little bit. It's always good to hear from the fans. I love doing that. Here's a question, Jim, again. Who would you guys say is the best? Okay, we already answered that. Sorry. It's the bear talking again. A healthy Cooper Kupp can win games by himself.
I just see he can't win games by himself. I got San Francisco has the toughest defensive line in football. There's no doubt about it. Their defense is number 1. They get Javon Hargrave, okay? They got Bosa. which is a beast. Kevin Givens. Jesus Christ, man. This defense is like walking into a brick wall, dude. I'm sorry.
Check this out.
Look at the
Andrew's
linebacker core they
there.
got.
I
Holy
can't wait to see
Austin
Ramsey
Bryant.
cover Cooper Cup.
Yeah. Holy fuck, is that Scott Thaler? Yes, it is. It is the Scott Thaler, the Mr. Comments, the legend in the comments section. He is right there, Andrew. Man. So yeah, Scott, you got a fan in Andrew, and he says he'll have prizes for you coming up.
Yeah, he says he has to do it kind of sly because he doesn't want to make everybody jealous because I get a prize.
Oh, there you go.
Well, they all know now.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Did I say that?
Did I say that?
Did I do that? Steve Urkel. Right? Yes, he did, Steve Urkel. Man.
So where's my friend Alec tonight?
He is MIA, buddy. I haven't heard from him in a while, but I'm
He's
sure
got
one
new
day.
hours. He's got new hours on his shit or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure you two will cross paths one of these days. Hopefully it's not in a violent matter, but no, yeah, like Johnny said, he's got some new hours. He's moving, so got a lot of stuff going on in his life right now. But I will relay the message to him and let you know if he wants to join us or not. Yeah.
Here's
So
the question I have about the Rams. Will
go
Matthew
ahead,
Stafford complete the full season?
will he do that, Scott?
If the offensive line can keep him upright.
That
Oh.
just the Niners pass rush is going to be brutal on him, dude. Let alone
Eagles.
And then you have the Eagles and oh my
Bengals.
God. Oh yeah, they go
Yeah.
to the jungle right there on the third game of the
Monday
season,
Night
right?
Football.
Oh
What?
God.
I'm happy because less than 300 miles away, I've got the Kansas City Chiefs, my AFC team.
Oh, there
I
you
think
go.
Jim asked a question about that. How would the Bucks be? How would the Bucks be if we had Mahomes at quarterback? I wouldn't have a doubt in my mind that they'd probably win, and I'm not a big Mahomes fan. You know,
You don't like him or what?
I'm not a big fan of his.
Okay.
It was they inaugurated him way too soon for me. I think he's a great quarterback, but come on, man, you're not the GOAT yet, dude. You got a couple more decades to go before you can claim that title.
Well, who is the GOAT? I mean, Brady's the GOAT. I
Right?
mean,
You only got one GOAT.
there's only one.
Yeah.
So, I would argue that Peyton Manning's the next one close to it.
Yep.
So
I hate the Mannings.
you do. Why do you hate the Mannings, Scott?
Well, because when Eli was drafted, he didn't want to
Mhm.
go to San Diego. And
Well, that happens with a lot of players. He was just more. It was more in your face about that one.
ooh, I don't want to go to San Diego.
I feel the same way about Bo Jackson.
Yeah, no, don't. That hurts. That really hurts.
Even though it was Culverhouse's fault. I mean, I get
I know.
that.
I
but,
know. That just.
a
No,
lot
I
of
hear
fans-
what you're saying. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Scott. I mean, they did get Phillip Rivers. That wasn't a bad constellation prize, but they had Drew Brees too for a cup of coffee, and then look how that turned out. Went to New Orleans.
Plus those large alien heads they have. That's kind of freaky.
A great quarterback away from a great team. Yeah, I believe that because I think the Bucks have a solid team. I think a great quarterback could push them over the top, man.
Go Baker Mayfield.
Come on, man.
That's one thing I wanted to say. I cannot wait to see Stetson Bennett in preseason.
Okay, no, that's fair. I mean, you got to see what you got. Why not?
Yeah.
You don't know about Stafford.
Don't get overexcited because we had the same kind of situation with a guy not too well. I guess it's been a while now, but who was it? Was it Colt McCoy or one of those guys that got drafted and because of his age, there were question marks and stuff, and he didn't hold up. I mean, he was a great quarterback in college, but he didn't hold up in the NFL.
Yeah.
Can't remember which one it was. It wasn't Colt McCoy, but it was in that era, I think, or just after him.
Bo Jackson was the biggest blow the Bucks have ever absorbed.
Yeah,
but I mean,
because of Culverhouse putting him on that damn plane and shit, man.
And Bo said specifically, "I don't want to be here. If you
Right.
draft me, I will not come."
Well, that was because he said that because Culverhouse was trying to screw up his baseball career, make it where he couldn't play baseball, and so that he'd be a full-time football player, and then he was going to draft him, and he had all these schemes going on, and it just backfired on his ass.
Yeah. So, Scott, I mean, we talked about earlier the St. Louis Rams. They moved to LA, unfortunately. That sucked. Do you think they're going to get a team back in the NFL one of these days? One of these years?
I'm always saying that. You guys always say they're going to Europe. And Saeed said that he was going to move the Jaguars to St. Louis once his lease was up.
Who said that?
The owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, who's saying this stuff about Europe?
You guys say no way will he move that team to St. Louis. That'll be NFL Europe or Mexico.
I don't say that. Have you said that, Ben?
No.
You're hearing things, bud.
Maybe it was another.
No, because
show.
if you listen to me at all, you hear me rant about that shit, man. If the NFL expands into Europe, it'll be an expansion franchise. They'll be their own teams. They're not going to the entire logistics of having games in Europe and America at the same time are just insane. It's not possible.
Yeah, I don't see a team going to Europe. Not anytime soon. I mean, it'd just be the logistics are tough. I know nowadays, you can get there and back, but
still 11-hour flight, man.
Yeah, and you still got to think about the 31 other teams in the NFL. It's just the logistics are tough.
I think Johnny's suffering from dementia. He doesn't remember saying that.
Ben, have you ever heard me say that? You've been on almost every show I've been on. I've never, ever said that we're going to move to Europe.
Personally, Scott, I've never heard him say that. So
we'll have to ask Alex Loosemore because
he'll tell you
he's a genius and he remembers everything.
He'll tell you, Scott, you are one of the few people older than me, and you're talking about my dementia?
Oh, man.
I know everything's working here, so.
Okay. All right. This is fun. I'm glad I got Johnny and Scott on here, man.
I have video evidence. I can go through the files.
Yeah, you go through your files and get your sticky fingers on the right episode, and you'll see you said that.
If I ever said it, I'd have to delete it because it's bullshit.
Or did you delete it already, Johnny?
No, I never deleted it.
Okay. Oh, man. Scott, listen, man, it was great having you on here tonight. I appreciate you stopping by, man. It's good to the whole world to see your presence. I mean, you're on the comments. We appreciate that. I appreciate that, by the way. That helps my show out. So you are a very
you know what would help your show out a lot? If Scott came on here with his bird attacking him. That would be hilarious. That would be great.
Really? Can we set that up sometime? Scott?
Johnny's seen my bird sitting on my shoulder, but that was Charlie. If a fellow was on my shoulder, I wouldn't have an ear.
That bird attacks him all the time.
I mean, I know we're thinking about your health and everything, but I mean, we kind of need some visual evidence that would really help us with this show, man. I think it'd be very colorful. It would add value, add some shit and giggles like we do on this show.
So you want to see blood?
Yeah, we need blood.
Oh man. Hey, Scott, you want to say something before you take off for the night, man?
Yeah, you can always catch me on Pornhub. I'm branching out to XNXX.
Okay. Anything
Just type in Mr. Fabulous and you'll see me.
Mr. Fabulous. Oh, that's your name. Hey, by the way, speaking of Pornhub, have you ran into this guy?
No, he hasn't come to St. Louis.
I can't believe you still got that, man.
Is he at the Taylor Swift concert tonight?
Oh, I'm not sure. But I'm sure he's somewhere out there.
Somewhere out there.
Okay. All right. Well,
I can't sing.
yeah, we don't want you to, not because we don't want to hear you, but well, that's.
Oh, I want to hear him sing. I
it's
want to hear him sing the
copying.
Hanukkah song on Christmas or the beginning of Hanukkah, whatever it is.
Well, maybe around Hanukkah time we can squeeze you in.
Well,
for
you were
that
talking
one.
about those potatoes at Arby's.
Yeah.
No.
Are they
Ben
potato pancakes?
Oh, those were like the bomb, man. Like they took them away now. I went to the drive-thru. I said, "Hey, let me get a roast beef and potato cakes and a Coke." Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We no longer sell potato cakes. I mean, that brought my confidence level from a 10 to like a 2 here.
You know, that's a German and a Jewish dish.
Freaking
I
great.
thought it was Irish myself.
You're talking about it looks like a pancake, only potato.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a triangle.
Yeah.
Like a triangle, kind of. Yeah.
You never ate them at Arby's before, Scott?
I don't usually eat at fast food restaurants.
Oh, well, you're a good man. You're a lot
That's why he's
better
got
than
his
me.
guns out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I got buns.
So does Hardee's.
I'd show you my buns, but I think you get kicked off the steam
Yeah.
yard.
And plus, yeah, we got some viewers that have a sensitive stomach, so yeah, we'll think about them. Okay, Scott Taylor,
Where's
thank you
where's
very much for
Anthony
coming
at?
on. Oh, I'm sorry.
Where's Anthony been?
He's been busy
Anthony's
as well.
working late now, so
Yeah,
we won't see him for a while.
yeah, but one day he'll pop back up on the show and he'll be giving you some crap for the comments you made. So stay
I
tuned for
keep looking out on my front porch, waiting to see some package delivered from Zangief Apparel.
Oh, did you order something from
No,
Zangief?
for free. It was a prize because he was always talking about a long time ago about my comment, the best commenter.
Okay. So you're waiting for that prize. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
You might
Might
have
show
to
up
message
tomorrow.
him and remind him of that.
but Andrew's supposed to take care of that. So.
oh, okay. Well,
But you never know what
Hopefully
Andrew's going to do because you don't know what he's smoking or what he's taking or snorting or that guy's crazy, man. He's trying to kid us that his actions like this are all about the coffee and the monster drinks that he drinks. I don't think so.
well,
Better
We
living
love
through
Andrew.
chemistry, I guess.
yeah. Well, we love Andrew, and I know you do too. Scott Taylor, thank you for joining us tonight, man. I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, let's put this StreamYard up, and if you're talking football, I'll get on.
All right, man.
We-
I'm going to hold
Will
you to
do.
that on Thursdays.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll clip this. All right. Have a good night, Scott.
You too.
Later,
Thanks.
bud.
Scott Taylor, man, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you finally saw him in the flesh with the guns.
I'm going to hold him to that Hanukkah song, dude.
There you
I
go.
want him to sing it just like Adam Sandler, too.
Oh, by the way, Johnny, your left jab is devastating.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
Andrew reminds me of someone who is always just a second from falling asleep. Who's that? Who said that? I'll check out the comment.
I get what he's saying, like a narcoleptic person who goes 100 miles an hour 1 minute and then passed out the very next.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. All right. He's just kidding. Okay. Oh man, what a night so far, man! It's a good show so far. What do you think, man? It's been a pretty
great,
good.
man. I love this show.
Yeah, like
I always love this show because I could just cut loose and shit. You know what I mean?
well, that's what it
Talk
was
about
designed
anything.
to do. Have at it. Let's have
Yeah.
at it, man. This is like tonight.
I mean, it's not like we don't cut loose on NFL Network, but this one's more open. You know?
Wide open, other topics other than football and stuff like that. So it's good stuff, man. Oh man. So Golden Knights fans, we are headed to overtime, tied 3-3 with the Dallas Stars. So hopefully my Golden Knights can get a win here tonight, open that series up, and yeah, man. What
How
else
they
is
looking?
going on?
I wanna hear
Tied
about
up
the
3-3.
Knights, man. Cool.
Yeah, yep, they're in overtime. Yeah, so
That's kind of like my secondary hockey team right there, man, is the Knights. I mean, maybe even my top hockey team, actually. I can't really get behind
the Penguins.
the Lightning right now. I haven't been able to get behind them for a while, you know. Not that they're a bad team, they're a good team, man. They really are. It's just that I don't live in Florida no more. And my other choice is the Penguins. And even though I do respect the Penguins, I respect the hell out of them. It's just not. I don't want to just jump on that bandwagon either, you know. And
Okay.
I like new franchises. I do. I love to get in on the ground floor of new franchises. We talked about it when you guys first started, right? When
Right,
they
yeah,
were
hey,
they took
Jim Melvin wants to make a plug here. Says, "Hey Johnny, my newest book is just a day or so from publication. Shameless
awesome, Jim.
plug.
Awesome. Been
Congratulations,
keeping
man.
up with you.
Yeah, Jim. Awesome stuff, man. We got to, yeah, as soon as you get into publication, man, let us know. We'll
Jim,
shout that.
plug your whatever that is. I get on my emails from you.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but you can follow Jim there on. I don't know. You have to send him the email.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. As you know, Jim Melvin's a writer, very good one, by the way. So,
Very good one.
oh, here it is. Here it is.
It's called
It's
Do You
called Do
Believe
You
in
Believe?
Magic?
Oh, okay. Nice, nice. I know Johnny, you had him on the show, on your entertainment show. He
Oh
brought
man,
some good stuff. Yeah. A middle grade epic fantasy. Okay. Nice. Good stuff. Man. 58-14.
gotta
Still got
go
some.
ways. Gotta go ways to beat Death Wizard Chronicles out for me, man, Jim. It's a 6-book series, man. That was a great series, man. That was a great series. You guys, if and I've plugged this a million times, but you gotta really read that series, man. Death Wizard Chronicles by Jim Melvin. Oh, it's so good. You don't want it to end at the end. That's how you tell when a book is good, a series is good.
It gives you
When
a
it
cliffhanger.
ends, you're wanting more, you know.
Yeah.
And I've been
Or it
after
gives you.
Jim for years to go ahead and do sequels, man. Please, come on, give me a sequel.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's the only writer that's not on strike, so that's a good sign. Right? All right. Oh man, we got some viewers still on here. Thank you, by the way, for everybody tuning in tonight on this.
Ask the viewers what topic they want to hear about.
Talk about what?
Ask the viewers what topics they want to hear about right now.
Johnny said it. What do you guys want to talk about? Put it in the comments. Let us know, and we'll.
Scott, that
get
would be
you
a great book, honestly, if you could if you wrote it. For
I'm writing a book
anybody
too.
needs to write that. Somebody needs to write that.
Okay, there you go, Scott. Man, get on that. Put out a book like Jim. I will still write book 7, but this middle grade has potential. Okay.
Cool. Oh well, you know I'm going to read it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like Johnny said, put whatever you guys want to talk about in the comments. We're open to that. You know, we're open-minded people. We can talk about anything. I was talking about Arby's. I was talking about weird stuff tonight. That's what makes this show unique.
What is your favorite fast food place? And we know you, Scott. You can't comment because you don't eat fast food. But I know this is unpopular, but I'm diehard Taco Bell guy, dude. I love Taco Bell, man. The big packs, I can just cold or hot, it don't matter. I can just gobble that shit down. It's like it does what it needs to do.
Yeah. Over the years, I've been slowing down on it, you know, trying to be disciplined. Tonight was tough because I had stuff to do, you know,
Right.
so I had to pick up something quick. I'm a Chick-fil-A guy. I go
Except
for the
on
chicken.
Sundays.
I know you got to make sacrifices somewhere. So, Chick-fil-A is good. Well, here's a Bucks question. I think the Bucks' upcoming season is one of the most unpredictable seasons
I
I've seen in the
agree.
NFL in a long time, and that's not a bad thing.
I
I think
agree.
that's exciting.
I
'Cause,
think, okay, from what I read and have been hearing out of Bucks camp, Trask is right there. Trask is right there. But I didn't know this either. I found this out today. Todd Bowles, when he was with the Jets, wanted to draft Baker Mayfield. He was a big Baker Mayfield fan then. So I think even if Trask beats Baker out in camp, that he hasn't got a chance, dude. I think Baker's got this because both Arians and Todd Bowles both liked Baker coming out of college really a lot. So I don't really think this is as open a competition as they try to make out. Because
I've
as
been
far as
saying
I've heard from camp and stuff, Trask is
Yeah.
right there. You know what I mean?
right,
But the edge
right.
is going to go to Baker because the coaching and shit like Baker, and they brought him in because they liked him.
Johnny, I've been saying that for months. I
I
think
know, but I'm
Yeah.
looking at a team like I'm building a team. You know what I mean? When I make
Yeah,
opinions
no, I
of
understand
how,
what you're saying.
and
It's just
when they say open competition, that's exactly what I want to see is an open competition with no favorites because you want to put the best product on the field, right?
absolutely. And yes, I agree. We need to see Trask. At some point you got to see what this guy has. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't eat fast food, but I love Mexican take. Oh, I'm right there with you. Like Mexican food is my vice, by the way. It's my dirty little secret, but you know, isn't it everybody's? I do eat carry out pizza. Okay. Hey, no, you got to treat yourself once in a while. What's your favorite pizza place there, Scott? If you want to put that in the comment. I'm one of those more like mom and pops pizza places. Over the
I'm
Pizza
not a
Huts,
pizza guy.
Domino's.
I used to have to force feed myself pizza for carbs when I was playing football and stuff, and that's one. You don't want to eat something just to gain weight, and then you go out in the sun and all you're doing is puking everything up, right?
Right. Yeah.
It gives you that lingering. I don't ever want to see that shit again, you know.
That's
And
why
I
you got
did.
to eat your proteins, the chicken breast,
Well, that
the
wasn't how you did it back then, man. That back
not
then it
back
was
then.
just
I know,
load
I know.
up and then you go out there, you make your weight, and once make your weight, you go out, you put on your practice gear, and you go out there and you
Yeah.
kill yourself.
It's Domino's, but we were going to switch. Okay. All right. Jim, again, it seems to me that if
That's not
Trask
true
was really great,
about if Trask were
he would
truly great
start-
because a lot of great players have sat on the sidelines behind the people that the ownership and the team preferred. That's happened throughout history with football. A lot of great players have come out later because they weren't noticed when they were there, or they were ignored because of. Look at Jim Brown. He had to sit in. No, that's a bad example, but he didn't even make the team in Syracuse, man, because he was black. Okay, be honest about that. There's no other reason for him not to start him.
Fair.
But Aaron Rodgers had to sit. And then even after he got the start, what he had to do, he didn't have a great first season. He had to play against Brett Favre, and Brett Favre kicked his ass, right? Remember?
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's not greatness is not always noticed at the time. Take Van Gogh. Nobody paid attention to Van Gogh. He died of pauper, man. Come on.
Yeah. Jim asked, "What weight did you play at, Johnny?"
Oh, early on it was 260. Then later it got to be 285, 290.
Okay.
So I was cramming carbs.
There you go. So am I, but in a different kind of way. Although it does say Miller Lite, I mean, it's light on carbs, 96 calories.
You'll notice every offense. Look at Joe. What's his name from the Browns? Look how fast he lost that weight, man. When he got away from football, that's the first thing you want to do is get that bloated feeling off you.
Yeah, that's true. That's
And
true.
you don't have to cram carbs no more, so you can eat normal.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Which I gotta try to do. But let's see. Oh, I think we missed one here. So what do we see? What do you think about a 29-year-old with $24,000 of worth of pinball machines?
What?
I mean, it sounds
I
like a
think that's a
hobby.
cool. I love that hobby. Actually, I love pinball.
Yeah, yeah, it's a cool hobby. I mean, if you can afford
See
to, that's great.
how many pinball machines is that actually? Say, what's it between $2,000 and $6,000 for a vintage pinball machine? So
Yeah.
that's not as many pinball machines as it sounds when you say $24,000 worth.
Oh, he says three pinball machines, $24,000. He must
That's
have got
about
some
right.
like
So
ones.
those
Yeah.
are real vintage machines then.
So
Okay.
was that $8,000 a machine on average?
Yeah.
Pretty impressive. Yeah, nice. New $800. Yep, $800 each. Damn, man. That's a good hobby if you can afford to. Man,
Yeah,
that's
those
cool.
those are the kind of hobbies I would dream of having. And
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I'd probably collect boats myself. Vintage boats,
Oh,
like
there
the
you
old wooden Chris Crafts and stuff. I love them boats, man. Not sailboats. I'm not a sailboat enthusiast.
go. Okay.
They build a
Boats.
motor and put it in the boats for a reason. Quit
Yeah.
knocking yourself out with a mast and shit, man. Son of a bitch.
Boats and hose. Boats and hose. What the hell mean? Okay, I can't sing that any longer. We'll get copyrighted. My fear is the Bucks are about to enter another decade of misery. Am I
I think
overreacting?
you are overacting on that one because we have a solid foundation on this team. We just need to get the right guy under center. And I don't care who it is, if it's Baker or it's Trask or if it's Drake May next year. If it's not Baker or Trask, please, I don't want to say tank, but I'll be happy with a losing season this year if I can get one of the guys from next year. And that's not as big a risk as it used to be. Look what the AFC's done in the last few years with these drafts. So it's not as risky nowadays to draft a top quarterback as it used to be. They're coming out of college ready to go, man. I mean, give them a
I
season or two, like Justin Fields. Justin
Yeah,
Fields was probably the best product to come out of that draft. Or was
right.
Burrow wasn't drafted with him, was he? No, he was drafted the year before Fields. So think about this. Justin had one season, and his improvement from one season to the next was vast. I mean, they're still not a great team, but he's showing that he's worthy to be an NFL quarterback. He will
Right.
probably develop into something really good one day. I don't know, but that's if he was in this year's draft, he probably wouldn't have been drafted. He'd probably been down around Stetson Bennett's level, okay?
Mhm.
Because everybody knew last year's draft was a poor draft for quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
The best
Yeah,
the
not the
best of the
best.
quarterbacks from last year wouldn't be in the bottom tier of this year's draft. So
Yeah. Well, I do think it's a risk in a way, Johnny, because we won our
it's
division last year, but we're 8-9. So we got like into the 19th pick. Now, let's say we win our division again with like a 8-9 record again.
that ain't gonna
You know,
happen this year.
you're leaning toward that, 18th and 19th pick. If you're gonna, well, I don't like to tank, but if it does happen, you want to make sure you're at the bottom. To get a good.
If I could get a Caleb Williams, a Drake May, well, those are the only two that really stand out right now to me. But those two, I have confidence enough in that would be what we need. And you're going to see it. The NFC is going to start doing that. All right, you're going to see all the NFC teams start taking these quarterbacks because there's only so many Brady's, there's only so many Rodgers out there that you can keep add to your team to make a push with. You're going to have to develop a good, solid quarterback.
And
So
that's the thing the Bucks have never done well is developed a quarterback.
they've
Never
never
had.
actually ever tried, and it's very seldom the Bucks have had a developmental staff on their team either.
Yeah.
And now we do. Now they've got a developmental staff. They've got people in places to. We got 3 quarterback coaches. Come on, man.
Mhm. Yeah. Let's see. Scott thinks it's going to be the Eagles and Chiefs again in the Super Bowl.
I think I've got a theory on the Eagles right now because I think they're getting a little bit filled with the media, their own media. And you know that's the biggest problem with anybody that's gone to a Super Bowl is they feed on their own media. Not only that, they've played more games. They don't have too many injuries, but they did lose some players this off season.
Well, they
And
lost coaches too.
yeah,
They
and
lost coaches on offense and defense.
they got a lot of rookies this year to go in there and develop. So I don't be surprised if they don't make the playoffs this. Well, I think they'll make the playoffs, but don't be surprised if they don't get to the
Right.
Super Bowl. I mean,
I think a better question is which one of those two teams can get back to the Super Bowl, has a better chance. I would say Kansas City.
well,
I don't think they
remember the Niners and the Eagles have this thing going now too. You think when the Niners see the Eagles again that they're going to just lay down? That's going to be
Right.
that's going to be a battle right there,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, but I'm saying I think the Chiefs have a better chance than the Eagles do, even though
Yeah, because the Chiefs they're set,
tougher.
they're solid, they've been there, they've done that, they know what they're doing. Andy Reid is not going to let anybody get complacent. That's
right.
now, as Bucks fans, we hated Andy Reid, but I give the guy respect. The guy knows what he's doing.
He's a Hall of Fame. He's in the Hall of
Yes,
Fame.
100%, 100%.
Especially after that first Super Bowl ring, he was
We didn't
solidified.
develop Steve Young. We almost destroyed Steve Young, man. We played him completely wrong. All in the entire. That's why he left. He got developed by Joe Montana and Bill Walsh. That's who developed him.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, boy, the '80s were rough, man. On the Bucks. '80s was the best decade, but
the Bucks could have been a lot better than they were throughout the '80s if it hadn't been the ownership. And that's that. There's no even denying that.
I'm just joking, says Jim Melvin. Oh, well, I'm glad.
I know he was. He was writing articles for the Bucks back then.
Hey, look who's here. Sean Spencer. Thanks for tuning in. Oh my God, did I miss Scott Thaler?
You absolutely did, Sean.
Yeah.
You blew it, man.
Hey, man, if you got a chance, come on, dude. I sent the StreamYard link. Pop on in.
Sean came on. I mean, Scott came on and did his best Alec imitation.
Yeah, but Scott actually talked though, so that was.
Well, I said it was his best Alec imitation. I didn't say it was a good one.
Very true. Oh man, what a good night. Oh shit, this beer's empty.
Well, go refill it.
I gotta go refill it. So
all right, I'll talk to Sean real quick. Sean, right, you gotta get up and go order Jim Melvin's books. Start with Death Wizard Chronicles, bud. Jim Melvin is a great writer, and you would enjoy his books. Trust me. There, I got you again, Jim. Scott, Sean, you should maybe look how you phrased that, especially with the "you know what I mean." That might not sound the way you think it sounds. You're welcome, Jim. Thank you, bud. Keep on writing. And I want the sequel, damn it. For anybody tuning in, we have already spoke about Jim Brown tonight. It's a great loss, and I think it's a greater loss to society than just football. A lot greater. For anybody not just tuning in, as you might know, Ben went to get him another beer. So we're going to have a drunk Ben sooner or later here tonight. Yes, I did. Yes, you did what? I don't understand that, Scott. Maybe I missed something here.
I was just going to let you do the rest of the show for like an hour and stuff.
I'm not drunk, man.
Oh, Oh, okay. So Sean, hope Kat gets better. Yeah, take care of
Yeah,
business.
tell her we're wishing her well, man.
Yeah.
Speedy
Oh,
recovery. I hate strep throat. That shit. Ooh.
yeah, that sucks. I think this Bucks season will be a
Oh,
microcosm of how important a quarterback is to a team. I think that's fair to say,
yeah,
But we
I
don't
agree.
we don't know. We don't know yet. I mean, that's the thing. That's a good thing or a bad thing. We don't know. It kind of
Well,
makes
certain
like you.
schemes, certain schemes in football are designed for quarterback play. I mean, you
Yeah,
have to have the quarterback play, like the Bruce Arians, no risk and no biscuit. It's all quarterback play. Um,
yeah,
you take Shanahan out in San Francisco, and that's okay. We're going to plug another quarterback in here, but we're going to run the same technique because it works. They can do that. They have the players and personnel there to plug and play. Great defense, great running game will get you a long way with a mediocre quarterback. You know, um, you can't go far with a mediocre quarterback if you're slinging the rock. You know.
yeah. That's true. Sean, did I just miss Scott Taylor? Sean said, "Did I just miss Scott?" Yes, he missed you. He missed you, man. You know,
Yep, he didn't see you, Scott. You'll
but
have to wait for your next appearance.
yeah,
I'm sure he'll be there for the Hanukkah song.
yeah. We want you to do that. Yeah. Oh man. Well, my Golden Knights won in overtime, 4-3, so they are up 1-0 in the series. Yes,
Awesome.
sir. Game 2 Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific on ABC. So it's a nationally televised game. So the whole country. If you don't
Oh
have cable,
man, I'll
the
probably
game.
miss it. I hope not. Send me a reminder, dude.
Okay, I'll do that. I will do that, sir.
So nobody else got topics in here? Come on, man. This is your time. It's your time.
Well, we're giving you an
You run
opportunity.
the show.
Yeah, you got the keys to the vehicle here, and we got a big comment here. Let's read it.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
link to his new paperback. His
oh,
paperback.
okay, great, great. And everybody, if you read, if you like to read books, check. There's the link right there.
If you
Check that
don't
out.
like to read books, if you like actions and fantasy stuff, it's great,
Well,
dude. Jim
yeah,
Melvin is a great writer. He has
yeah.
very good insight into
I'm
that
just
shit.
saying, if people like stuff like that, click onto that. Yeah.
I think he's got the audiobooks out too. So I'm sorry, Jim, if I'm missaying this, but check out the audiobooks if he has them out. I think he does.
Yeah. And that's good. If you like exercise or you drive in,
Yep.
pop it in there. Audiobook works
Listen
perfect.
to it on the way to work.
Yeah. Yeah. As always. Thanks for that, Jim, by the way. Scott Draddle
Oh, I'm
Draddle.
sorry. No, I misspoke. There is no audiobooks for it yet.
Okay. Okay. Draddle Draddle. I made it out of
Dreidel,
clay.
dreidel. You know what the dreidels
Oh,
are. It's a Jewish thing.
yep. Okay. I apologize for that. Dreidel Dreidel. There you go.
And now he's
Oh.
talking about a golem too. Scott, don't stick your golem on me, man.
Why not?
No.
Well, Brittany Griner's first game is on right now. She is back after
I keep
2
looking up
years.
at the TV every time you say something, but I still got stuck on NFL Network.
Well, don't you have that automatically on the NFL Network, your TV?
Pretty much,
just
man.
it's there.
That's
Yeah,
my that's my
yeah,
background thing. Yeah.
yeah. So I'll be sending you some Benjamins for your post. Oh, appreciate
Benjamins.
that, Melvin.
Benjamins. I
Love
like
that.
Benjamins.
I'll
Of
release
course,
my crack.
I'll release my Kraken. How are the Krakens doing? I haven't kept up with them at all, man.
The Dallas Stars beat them in 7 games in the Western Conference semifinals, and that's who we're playing, the Dallas Stars. So,
Stars? Yeah. Okay.
yep. So, but they had a great season. Their second year made it to the conference semifinals.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Seattle, that's a good city, man. Seattle. they got a great sports team. Hopefully, the Sonics can return back.
What did the Lightning do their first season out? Let me see if I
I
can
don't
remember.
It was
I
what
think they
90,
did pretty damn well.
It was like 92. I think they came into the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, 92. Okay. All right. Oh boy, I don't know what else. I'm running out of topics, and
Who's your favorite all-time? And I know it's probably going to be Lemieux or Gretzky, but who's your all-time favorite hockey player?
Charlie Conway, the Mighty Ducks,
Ooh,
1990.
ooh, good one, man. Good one. Mine was Brett Hall from Scott's St. Louis Blues. Brett Hall was a beast. I love that guy, man. He just.
I also like Stan Mikita. He had a donut shop in the movie Wayne's World.
Holy shit! Me and Scott actually agreed on something.
Brett Hall. Okay.
Brett Hall was amazing, dude.
Yeah. Topics: golf. I loved playing golf. I was a humongous Tiger Woods fan. Yeah, I love Tiger. Ever since the Great Fire Hydrant incident, watching golf has been ruined for me. Tiger got me.
I thought it made it more. I actually started watching golf with the big fat guy. What's his name?
John Daly.
Daly, yes. I love that guy, man. Make golf daily golf like that, and I'll watch every one of them. You know,
right. Oh,
keep it. John Daly was so cool. He was to golf what Sosa and McGuire were to baseball. You know, it made it interesting.
Did I just wait a minute? You say that in my
yes, you heard me say it. I won't deny it. The Sosa, the steroid era of baseball was the greatest time ever for baseball. I loved the home run battles. I loved all that shit, man. And then, oh, we can't have this in our prissy little fucking sport. So what do? They just you can't go in the Hall of Fame. You can't go in our Hall of Fame. Pete Rose, fuck you. You bet. Screw all that shit. Get over yourselves, baseball. Make it fun again. Thank you.
Yeah, that hypocrisy. I mean, you could take the money from it, right?
Right.
You can enjoy the money and reap the rewards, but oh no, we can't. Come on. I love baseball,
can't make
but
baseball fun.
I love baseball, but you're right. You can't be hypocritical like that. Oh
no,
you loved it when the money came in and the ratings, but now you didn't.
100%, man, 100%. I bet that was the best ratings era of baseball too. You know that, right? Because they made it fun to watch. You were going to see somebody slam the damn ball out of the fucking park, man, and that's what you watch baseball for. I love a no-hitter like everybody else, but good God, they're the most boring ass fucking games that there are. You're sitting there going, "Oh, did somebody hit? Did somebody get a base run? Oh no." Oh, he got the no-hitter! Yay! Woo!
Hey, it saved baseball too because they were on strike. Remember in '94, and then
yep.
ratings were down. They needed something. So
and then they get so critical over the people that made them. That don't get me ranting on that shit, man.
Looks like Johnny Dean got a haircut.
What are you talking about haircut? I've been bald for a while, dude.
I mean, on the sides, or
and this is the guy that was telling me what I said shows back, whatever. God, you gotta get that Alzheimer's checkup.
Yeah, I think he's just pulling your string there. Yeah, we love Scott.
But I love John Daly in golf, man. That guy was amazing. I just love listening to his interviews. He was awesome, man. It was fun. And he could pound the ball, man. He could slam that thing.
Personality sell, Johnny.
Yep.
That's what they do.
It does.
Yep.
And then golf, same as baseball, too prissy for John Daly. I see he's still playing golf, but you don't see him highlighted anymore, man. I think he got busted a couple of times too. Maybe cocaine bust or some shit like that. But
yeah. Let's see. Tim says Barry, Mark, and Sammy were hitting bombs that disappeared into the night. Yep.
Yeah, they were, man. That was fun to watch. You want me excited about baseball? I'll get excited. I'll be on every baseball show there is if you bring that era back. If you give me some hitting, man. I mean, some serious slamming. Man. What was the record? 57 or something like that? Was that what McGuire had that year?
73 by Barry Bonds back in
Bonds. Okay.
2001, I believe it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me. Oh my God, I missed that so much. I don't give a shit about pitching. And pitchers are pussies anyway. They hit the guy in the head with a ball and then duck when he comes out there to beat their ass.
Well, how are you going to hit home runs if you don't have a pitcher, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta your take it and leave it your give and take situation.
I agree. Better baseball, better sports, period, through chemistry. Give me that. Give me Lyle Alzado back, damn it.
Oh my God. Lyle
Alzado. You guys don't seem to mind the shit when it comes to wrestling. So what the hell, man? Isn't the whole idea of the ultimate baseball player being the ultimate a person can be? Or a football player, a sports person, aren't they supposed to be the ultimate version of themselves? Chemistry is part of that these days, man. I mean, you can go out there and take steroids and nobody says a damn word to you. You can go out there and eat those protein shakes and nobody says a damn word to you. Let a football player do it, and my God, they get fucking fined and banned. They didn't used to. Ask Lyle Alzado.
Well, Lyle remember, he fought Muhammad Ali at Mile High Stadium.
Yeah, but he was just the example off the top of my head. He was not the only one, dude.
No, but I'm saying he had such a personality that just stuck out. And you know what? What was great about him too?
He was on the perfect team for that too.
Yeah, but
that whole team was like that.
He worked with young kids, which was really cool. You saw that violent thing, type on the field, but he was great off the field. So,
I agree,
very good. Yeah.
It's the player. Let the players choose it.
Risk their own health. Yeah. No, that's a good point. It is your health. It is your life. That's fair.
I don't want to hear about you being natural, dude. I'm sorry. That's a bad image in my head.
Well, I think he's talking from the waist up.
Well, he's trying to promote his porn site, so.
And Jim's yeah. Oh man, you guys are bringing it tonight. I'm glad we got some good topics there. The golf, even baseball. I know that 8-letter word's forbidden in the Johnny Dean household.
Yeah, I'm glad Sean Spencer's taking care of Cat tonight. He ain't clipping this.
Yeah.
He'll be clipping it.
He says he is. He's probably like, it's okay, Cat. He's probably like, Johnny, he's probably like, checking on, like clipping it and trying to.
Can you imagine somebody like Machado with steroids, dude? The guy would be slamming some home runs, dude.
Kind of is on steroids.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just not
like Sosa and McGuire and shit. No, man, he's not in that level. But I'm just saying, there's people playing. I was just using him as an example. There's people playing today that would benefit from steroids so much. It would make the game so much more exciting, dude.
Yeah. Great show, Jim Melvin. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for coming on tonight. I wish you guys could go national. That was for the great entertainment.
I don't think anybody would put us on nationally.
Yeah, I think.
Remember the Guy Show? The Guy Show. I thought about doing a show like that. The Guy Show.
Remember the Man Show with Adam Carolla and
the Man Show. Yeah.
Oh,
I thought about doing a show like that.
Yeah. Dude, I love that show back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, just talk shit about everything, man.
Yeah, remember the kid that would sell alcohol and
I got a topic. I don't know if anybody's interested in it but I am. I love it. The new e-racing with the Indy e-cars. Have you seen any of that? I mean, they caught some clips of it. It was nationally televised a couple of weeks ago, and I caught it, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And the entire, how in normal racing, it's all about the tires and shit. They got to get in here, pit for the tires and shit. Now they have the little e meter, and they show it up there, and they have to choose when they're going to pit for the best energy for the car. That's cool as
Yeah.
shit. I loved it. I love the e-racing, man. And the Indy style cars, they're hauling ass, man. They're getting better
Yeah.
speeds
And
than the fuel uh, aspirated engines.
they're on a Peacock, by the way. They show a
Yeah,
lot of that too.
yeah.
Good stuff. Yep. Oh
You guys got to
man.
catch that. Uh, NASCAR, I like NASCAR's. They're moving into some of the circuit tracks, and I like that.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Um,
Where are they at this weekend?
I have no
Poconos?
idea. I haven't kept up with this week.
Okay.
Um,
We'll,
I,
we'll
I
find
always
out.
watch Darlington because I built that track and stuff. I helped work on that track and IMSA
Oh,
racing. I'm from Sebring and I built the Sebring racetrack, so 12 hours of track there. And I actually built that one, and the one that they are using is the same one because they've never redone the track. They want it to keep it like it's a brutal track to drive. So they've
yeah.
always kept they fill the potholes and shit like that, whatever. They smooth the surface a little bit, but they don't have not ever rebuilt that track.
Okay, so tomorrow, Johnny, it's the Tyson 250. It's over in the North Wilkesboro Speedway.
Wilkesboro, awesome. Back to the home of racing.
There you go. So that's this weekend's race. NASCAR, by the way, guys. So check that out. And also, let's see. For
That's
those
a
of
new
us who
track.
will live
But
on 10+ years, gas cars will feel like dinosaurs. Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I'm already excited about, man. If you lived here, I don't know how it is in Vegas. You probably got a lot of them there too. But I can't go down the street without seeing the Audi electric car, the
Yeah.
Teslas, and everything. Everything's right here. That
Yeah.
Audi. I don't know if I should send it in the picture on our chat, but that Audi that I put up
Mhm.
and said DoorDash guys are sure making it good nowadays. That was an Audi electric car and a DoorDash guy. That's $140,000 friggin' vehicle, and how's DoorDash running one of them?
Wow.
I can't even picture a scenario where somebody who is working for DoorDash is
Yeah.
driving an Audi electric car, man. And that was a good one. That son of a bitch, $140,000 car, man. You know,
Shit.
and that's standard. That's with no options.
Yeah. Damn.
So I was just sitting there going, "What
Yeah.
the is this
Yeah.
guy doing driving an Audi, man? I'm sitting here, I can't afford a $15,000 flex, and you're driving a fucking Audi, you son of a bitch." Talk about
You
getting
know.
jealous. I think I'm in the wrong business, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe DoorDash is delivering other things than food. That's all I can say about
Think so? You think so?
that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He's driving $140,000.
We'll have to investigate that. That could be a good topic for next week or something. DoorDash. Is
DoorDash.
it food
What
or
are
not?
they delivering?
Food or not? Food for thought. Or is it? Nice. All right. Guys, we're going to wrap this baby up. This was a fun episode. I enjoyed it. I like when we just do random shit. You know, it's just like cut loose. And we're going to do more of this because this is a good title. Have at it. Just cut shit, cut loose, man. I'm going to try and get some more guests. I'm going to put the StreamYard link in the comments section. If you guys want to join, like Scott Taylor did, he made his
Debut.
StreamYard. Yes, and did a good job, by the way. So, and Sean says, great stuff, guys. Appreciate that, Sean. As
Thanks, Sean.
always, take care of Kat for us. Hope she gets better. And
Yep.
yeah, so I know. Oh, hold on a sec.
A Ben and Johnny's ice cream.
Yeah,
A little bit of
Yeah.
Pittsburgh blended with Vegas, huh?
yeah. Call it the Steeler Night or whatever. The Steeler Raider.
We'd have to make some cold tasting ice cream. No, that cold days are over with here. This is all Google and Amazon around here now. So Pittsburgh has moved on. Detroit, catch up.
Shout out to Alex this one.
Yeah.
All right. All right, man. I know you don't like to promote yourself, but I know you got an entertainment show. I was on it the other night. Good stuff.
That's a hit or miss show. That's once in a while. Until I get a regular host on that show, then it's going to be whenever I can get something going.
Okay.
But Thursday night, this coming Thursday night, is the NFL Edition's 100th show, and we're going to try to make an extravaganza out of it. And Sean Spencer, you better show up.
Hear that, Sean? You better show up.
Some flashbacks maybe from the past. We don't know how it's going to go just yet, but we're going to try to make it an event, not just a show. So show up, people.
A few months ago, I actually watched your first episode.
Show up for
Your
what?
first
Show up for
hour.
the 100th episode, Sean. God, listen up, dude.
You trying to mess with us, Sean, or what's going on?
I think he is, man. He was washing dishes.
Oh, okay. Honeydew, huh? You're the honeydew guy, right? Honeydew this, honeydew.
Well, she's not feeling well. He better be honeydew.
Right. Better be, yeah. Yeah, you hear that, Sean?
He said he's playing Mr. Mom right now.
By the way, that's one of my favorite movies. Secret right there. Michael Keaton, Mr. Mom. Remember that? That was a classic.
I like
movie.
anything Michael Keaton's ever freaking done, and I am so psyched for the Flash. Except I don't want to see the Flash. I want to see Michael Keaton. Ezra Miller is out. You know, that's he pissed in his Wheaties too much.
Believe it or not, Johnny, I'm actually more excited for Beetlejuice too than I am the Flash.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
I want to hear that line come out of his mouth again, man. You want to get crazy? Let's get crazy.
It's showtime.
Sean, isn't that strep throat, not step throat? What the hell is step throat? I don't even want to think about that one.
Well, it's probably because
Did you step on her throat? Is that what's really going on, Sean?
Jeez. Or did I step on Sean's throat and that's why he can't talk shit about me here anymore? Boom. Right there. Boom goes the dynamite.
When has Sean ever talk shit about you?
No. Remember, we're going back and forth in the.
I thought that I remember Nicholas. Oh boy, you guys were really at it. And who else? Who else was you going at it with? You pretty much go at it with everybody, but the main one that steps out in my mind is Nicholas right now. I don't remember Sean. Sean and Alec have this inbred hatred for each other's teams.
Quack, quack, quack,
quack, quack, quack, quack.
Half flop. Whoa! Watch it, Ben.
Ben, you have on the old birds. That's WrestleMania. Well, thank God it's WrestleMania and not AEW because you'd have to really fight. I'm joking, dude.
Ooh, you're taking shots. Oh man,
yeah, a little bit.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. This was a lot of fun. We'll be back.
I've only
next
said
week.
that like 12 times now. We keep getting interrupted.
I know, but we got to promote it.
Absolutely.
Like so again, I think we're going to change the format of this show. We're just going to have at it, man. We're not going to just spend time on a certain topic. That's for other shows. Let's spend time on anything. Make it like Seinfeld. Talk about nothing.
Talk about
show
nothing,
about nothing.
Man. Yeah, fuck topics, man. Who needs topics? We don't need no stinking topics.
That's right. We don't need no stinking topics. Yeah.
I'm surprised you got that reference. Nobody ever gets that reference anymore, man. I think we're too old.
Speak for yourself. All right. All right, everybody.
You're there too.
Have a great weekend. And we will see you next. Oh, yeah. Let me promote Face to Heels, this Monday night wrestling show. I think Nick will be available. I'll see. We'll see what's going on there. And then, like I said, 100th episode of NFL Edition. Cannot wait. That's how I got started, guys. I want to say this real quick. That's how I, on this camera, got started. Mr. Johnny Dean said, "Hey, sir, would you like to be a co-host?" And I said, "Sure." And I thought this was only going to be like a week or two or whatever, but I've been doing them all ever since. So then I'm here now. So thank you, Mr. Dane.
Hey,
For,
and you were on the ground floor with the NFL edition too. So you've been
there
there
you
for
go.
like the vast majority of those 100
Yeah.
episodes.
And they've been a lot of fun, man. Even though
They
I'm
have,
tardy
man.
for it, pretty much. Better late than never,
I'm
but yeah.
really hoping I can find a clip from the Deshaun Watson episode and
Please, please
play it for Anthony.
Yes. And if you don't, we're Cleveland Steamer. That's the
The
word.
Cleveland Steamer episode. Yep.
Oh, we gotta get that one episode. I don't know if it's still there. Oh god. The one, remember our commenter Ramona?
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
we did like a MTV Cribs type of show where she introduced her to the family and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good one. I'm gonna dig. I'm gonna even go back into the when we were Bucks,
To the archives.
Bucks Report, and I'm gonna go through those archives too and get some old Matt Colson and stuff like that episodes.
Oh yeah.
Clips.
Name I haven't heard in a while. I hope he's doing good.
He's
Yeah.
on Facebook again now. He gets that around.
Yeah. Oh, I also want to give a shout out to our good friends Slick and Anthony Turner. They got a show on Monday nights. Buck What You Heard. I think is that the right?
Yep. That's it. Yep.
Buck
And
Heard?
the
Yep.
aftermath. It might be the aftermath now.
The Aftermath. Yes, my apologies to those guys. The Aftermath. I think it's at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Monday nights on YouTube. I put it on the Ben Zone, so please give them a shout out and a like and a subscribe because they do a very, very good job. They had JC Allen from Pewter Report last week, and I think they
Yeah,
had
that was a great show too. The one with JC.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. He'll get you pumped up, man. JC will get you pumped up, thinking the Bucks are unstoppable, man. I have to tone myself back down after listening to him. You know,
he's
But
trying
he
to
gets you
sell it.
hyped. He can sell it, man. He can sell it.
That's his job. Yeah.
Yep.
Sell it. So, all right, guys, everybody, guys and girls, thank you so much for another great edition of Have At It. We will see you next week right here on the Ben Zone, my YouTube channel, Ben Cornett 9015, and Benny Boy 702 on Twitter. Have a good night, guys, and a good weekend, and we'll see you next time here on Have At It.